Whew, Lord have mercy, guys. I might murder my husband tonight. I know that's a interesting way to start a video, but me and this dude, if y'all see a woman from Texas murdering her husband all over the news, it's me. That's me right there. This guy, so like we were just talking about like lightning and thunder and junk, and I said lightning cracks and thunder booms, and he says lightning doesn't make a sound, and I said, yeah, it does. What's that cracking sound you hear when it shoots up in the sky? And he said, he couldn't answer me, but he was like, thunder is the reverberation of the energies that lightning puts off. And I was like, which is the crack? And he was trying to correct me and junk. I said, no, stop. Bro, you ain't got to be right all the time. Leave me alone. You can't convince me otherwise. Lightning cracks. And so, yeah, that was our conversation. And so he was like, I'm going back in the house. And I was like, please do go away. Thank you. Okay, now that my stupid story is over and I got that out of my system, and I told the whole planet that we had a stupid argument about lightning noises. Let's get to this drawing here. As you can see, I'm coloring the Xenoblade Chronicles doodle that I did the other day. And let's just kind of talk about that. Alright, so I'm using my Spectrum Noir markers for the base colors on the whole thing. And, oh Lord, here he comes. Hello. Are you here to prove me wrong?
Just in case you're not done out here bitching about how wrong I was, would you like to read aloud the definition of thunder?
Thunder is a sound caused by lightning.
Okay, thank you.
But what's the lightning sound?
Thunder, dumbass.
Oh my god. Murder. I'm coming after this guy. He's about to get struck by some lightning. These hands. Okay, anywho. What were we talking about? Okay, so these Spectrum Noir markers. Dude, I have done lost my train of thought. I am so sorry. Okay, so the Spectrum Noir markers that I'm using come out of the Jazz's Jazzy art box that I got last year. And my friend had bought them for me, and I have just loved them. They are my babies, and I take such good care of them. And I've been using them for, like I said, about a year now. And I was a little bummed out because I think a couple of the colors are already starting to run dry, and I'm going to have to replace them. But, man, they have served their purpose. I tell you what, some heavy hitter markers. And the best part about Spectrum Noir is they're a cheaper, they're a cheaper alcohol marker to buy. Like, I know a lot of people praise Copics or Copics or whatever however you want to pronounce that. I call them Copic markers, but whatever. They praise them for being so good, and I mean, I'm sure they are. I've never used one or anything, and the colors are supposed to be like spot on. But I think these work just fine. These are fine. And they're a lot cheaper. They're more affordable, and I ain't picky. I'll tell you what, I am not picky. I'll use whatever I can get. Shoot, I'll use Crayola if that's all I can get my hands on, This marker in particular is starting to go out too. It's pretty sad. And I know she seems a little dark, and that's just because this is the absolute lightest skin color to marker that I have in my position at the moment. And whenever you use alcohol markers, they do lighten as they dry. So she does get a little lighter as the video goes on. You'll kind of see her color change just a bit. But she's just not near as pasty as she looks on the computer, you know, or in the game or whatever. And, but I mean, that's okay. That's okay. Pyra got a tan over the summer. So yeah. And I really contemplated like a lot of the colors I did use, like, you know, trying to find the right yellow and the right, you know, to make the metal gold color and so on and so forth. And once I got my base colors down, then I had a good think. Like, I sat for a minute staring at it, and I said, like, I could be done here, or I could take it a step further. And that's when I chose to, you know, really beef this drawing up, you know. And in a minute, you're going to see me dump all of my color pencils out all over my table. And here it comes. Anyways. What I really like to do when I'm coloring is layering, and to get like my shadows and my highlights and stuff. And color pencil and alcohol markers go so well together. Like, if you put the marker down first and then go with the color pencil on top of that, you can get some really beautiful shading going, guys. Like you're about to see. Like, it just pops, you know. I decided, because I don't have a maroon, you know, to go with this brown here, this like rose art brown. And then once I went in with that, I went back over it with my red marker again, and it made like this very vivid maroon color, and like that worked out well. And then I picked like a rouge red color from my Prisma set, and I hit the unshaded parts with that to really beef up that red and make it real bright and gorgeous. And yeah, you know, just kind of did the whole process like that. Like, it takes a little extra time. Like, the marker process took about 30 minutes or so, and then the shading with the color pencils took like another 35 minutes. And the extra, you know, 30 minutes, it makes a difference. So when you're drawing and coloring, you know, just take the extra step and you'll see a big difference in your artwork. And the more you do it, the better you get. I'm still learning, personally. Like, I'm still learning. I'm still practicing every day. I lie. I don't draw every day. Every time I do draw, you know, it's practice. So there's that. Yeah, see? You see the difference right there? You see how bright that's getting? Isn't that awesome? Like magic. You know what I didn't do? What I should have done is I didn't shade her skin, and I should have done that. Like, right in the thighs and on her torso and her arm especially. But, you know, that's okay. I'm done with it. I'm not gonna go do that. maybe I'll do it later. I don't know. It depends on my mood. So yeah, I shaded her hair and her clothes, and then I hit Mithra, and I think my like biggest dilemma with Mithra is so she's obviously like pasty pale white, but a Nopons come in multiple colors. Like, their fur is like the rainbow. You might run into a purple one or a pink one or a yellow one. And I said, I don't want her to be flesh toned because it's going to be creepy. Like, the more I rattled that in my brain, the creepier it looked to me. So I decided to make her fur like a green color to match the little glowing gems that they have in on their bodies and on their armor. And I think it was a good decision. I think that the green goes very, very well with the red and, of Pyra's outfit and stuff. So they contrast very well together. And I think it was a good choice. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, do y'all like the green fur, or would you have chosen like a different color? Another issue that I had, and you're seeing it like right here, I'm messing with all of these color pencils here. Oh yeah, I'm like shading in all of the highlights on the yellow. But in a second, I'm gonna be doing Mithra's hair, and Mithra has like a pale blonde hair color, and I didn't have just a color like that just at the ready, you know. What I ended up doing was using my RoseArt metallic gold pencil, and I was practicing with different colors on top of each other to kind of see what would my best option be. I ended up going, like I said, with that gold as my base, then using a dandelion yellow color on top of that, and then I took a brown and I did the shading, and I blended it all together with my colorless alcohol marker blender. Now, on another video I did, I talked about how whenever you're trying to make bright, smooth, vivid colors with your color pencils, you can blend them with alcohol to create like this smooth effect. Like you can see in the video right now how everything's obviously like, I'm so sorry, I'm not very eloquent with my words or anything. Like I sound dumb when I talk. I'm trying to be smart. I'm trying to be all big brain right now. You can see how like the texture, the color pencil texture is, it's a little grainy. But when I throw that colorless blender on top of it, it gets really soft and smooth. And like that's just one cool little trick to blending your color pencils out. And if you don't have a colorless blender alcohol marker, you can use regular alcohol that you just have in your medicine cabinet. You just pour a little bit in a cap, and you take like a Q-tip and you wet it, and then you just go over your color pencil and it'll blend it like that. But I wouldn't like wet it so that it's soaking wet. You kind of want to just make it a little bit damp, you know. And if you need a little more, just get it a little more damp and go over it again. If you get it too wet, it'll start tearing up your paper. And I would personally say that like the best paper to use is marker paper. The paper that I'm drawing on is not marker paper, and I'm very thankful that it didn't ball up or tear up on me while I was coloring on it. So that's something to be grateful for. I didn't ruin my artwork, you know, over like being dumb, you know. But yeah, but you don't have to have marker paper. A lot of people go ham on paper, like there are different brands and different types, and like 100% like experiment with different types of paper and different types of mediums to see what your outcome will be with your artwork. But for those of you who don't exactly have the money to experiment with, you know, just work with what you got. Experiment with what you have so you know what works for you, you know, in your budget. But yeah, so we're coming toward the end of the video, and before I let y'all go, I just want to thank you again for watching another one of my art videos. I really, really appreciate you stopping by. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you thought of the video itself. I want to apologize too, I guess, for acting like a total dodo bird with my husband a second ago. I mean, that's just like our dynamic, like as a couple. Like we're constantly bickering and being dumb together, and it just happened to go right on into my video. But I mean, it is what it is. I am who I am, and he is who he is, and we love each other, so that's all that matters. And I'm not hiding my relationship from the world either. Hey, I got a man and I'm married and he's here in my video today. So yeah. Okay, so anyway, I love you guys. And I hope you liked the drawing, and I hope you're having an amazing day. And I love y'all, and I will catch you on the next one, all right? Oh, I guess I said all that a little too early. Anyway, how much longer? I think I got like 30 seconds left. What else can I say? I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. This is like really awkward. This is an awkward ending. I wish it would just end already. Okay. Bye, guys.